If you've been feeling the weight since the last episode of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, you're definitely not alone. Thankfully, the trailer for episode 5 has finally arrived, and the show is now back on its regular release schedule. With episode 4 currently being the highest-rated episode of the season so far, this next one has a lot to live up to. But judging by what the trailer shows us, episode 5 has the potential to be even better. Not only are we diving into Dunk's past, but we're also moving closer to the trial of 7, one of the most important moments in the entire story. The trailer opens with our first look at a younger Dunk, immediately confirming that this episode will focus heavily on his backstory. We see him growing up in Flea Bottom, the poorest and most dangerous slum in all of King's Landing. The narrow streets, the poverty, and the fear on Dunk's face make it clear just how harsh his childhood was. At this point in his life, Dunk is just a child trying to survive in a place that shows no mercy. That fear we see in his eyes feels completely real, especially knowing how unforgiving Flea Bottom is. We also see Dunk walking through the streets with a friend, likely one of the Little Monsters, the group of kids he ran with during his early years. One line of dialogue stands out. "This city is too small for us, Dunk. Let's go someplace else." That line is important because it hints that Dunk didn't just escape Flea Bottom by chance. Someone pushed him to want more, to leave, and to risk the unknown. This moment is intercut with shots of Dunk traveling through open land and sleeping in the cold forest at night. It shows that his strength didn't just come from growing up in poverty, but from surviving on his own at a very young age. Throughout the trailer, we hear the words, "Don't lose your nerve." That phrase connects Dunk's past to his present. As a child, he needed courage just to survive. Now, as a man, he needs that same courage as he prepares to face death in the trial of 7. There's a powerful moment where young Dunk holds a knight's helmet in his hands, which then transitions to him preparing for battle in the present day. It perfectly captures the long journey it's taken him to reach this point, becoming a knight, but under the worst possible circumstances. We then see the accused 7 mounting their horses, ready for battle. Visually, this scene is incredible. The armor, the fog, the tension, everything feels heavy. Lionel Baratheon's antlered helmet makes him look almost monstrous, while Dunk stands at the center, clearly terrified. The trial's ceremonial speech plays over these shots, asking the 7 to witness the coming bloodshed and grant victory to the innocent. As this happens, we see both sides being armed, including Aerion and his champions. We also see Egg watching from the stance, filled with anger. Knowing his feelings towards Aerion, it's clear who that anger is directed at. One of the most ominous moments in the trailer is a shot of a mace being raised, a subtle but devastating foreshadowing for what's to come during the trial. Before the fighting begins, we even get a moment of dark humor with Dunk vomiting from fear. In the background, Raymond Fossaway is doing the same thing. It's a reminder that these aren't fearless legends, they're men about to risk everything. As the trailer ends, Dunk freezes, staring through the narrow slit of his helmet, the same fear from his childhood written all over his face. Then, finally, he charges forward. While the trailer makes it look action-packed, I don't think episode 5 will show the full trial of 7. Instead, it will focus on Dunk's past and end right as the battle truly begins. And honestly, that works. As long as the payoff is coming, the wait will be worth it.